and livelihood. From one of the presenters, I heard this, and I had to do some research to look much on it. The structure of Dar es Salaam here is that how it looks. The Dar es Salaam port has 11 there, and the 11th one is designed for liquid and cargo, and of course it's located somewhere here, and there was a significant oil leakage occurred in Kurasini. Yes, all this area is Kurasini, this is Kijiji, and around that 11 berth, there are multiple oil companies that receive oil from that area. So this spill has severely impacted the oceans, resources, causing extreme damage in marine ecosystem. Larger section of mangrove have died, especially in the Kijiji beach, and the breeding ground for marine species such as crab and other sea creatures have been significantly affected. You can go to the next slide. So what I'm planning on to look, this has some the evidence picture, see how the area is affected. This is Kijiji, and you can see, go back please. From this area, where there are 11 bed and multiple oil companies here, and the area, the picture shows this in this area. So you can see how this oil is distributed, and it has been distributed in all of this area. The next one. So what I'm trying to look is on the environmental impact, the damage that is occurred there, but also human and economic consequences. Of course, there are no many fishermen, but there are a few who are looking for crabs. But also, I will talk to the respective authorities on to see the accountability response and the action taken. Also, I will seek for expert insights and view from environmentalists, marine biologists, and policymakers to recover the situation. So you can see how the area is affected. I'm going to establish how big is that. That's what I'm going to look. There another slide. My main source, I'm planning to talk with the Port Authority. The Port Authority not only are responsible to look on the environmental issue of the area, but also to govern other companies that taking or getting oil from the port, but also her environmental agencies. We have like Institute of Resources Assessment that is responsible for looking at the sustainability of resource in Tanzania. Of course, it's located in Dar es Salaam. Local fishermen, all the people around that area, government officials, the National Environmental Management Council, NGOs. For instance, that picture I got from the NGO that are doing beach cleaning, but also the experts. But my further research will also will explore if, just to look like a case study, if there are previous oil spills, if I can have satellite image or best practice in places in places where this same situation has happened. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just trying to show how the training was relevant to my presentation, my story idea. Yeah. As we can see in the previous 4 days, the presenters were talking about the marine ecosystem and so I think my idea is more relevant to this. The media, I've mentioned the media outlet, and the form I will be writing a story newspaper. We'll also take pictures. If possible, we'll take video.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. 2 questions. No questions? Are you fearing to be asked in your presentation?
It's a good presentation.
Can you ask? It's okay.
I just want not necessarily a question. It's a story that will definitely put you on the wrong side with the government. So how do you expect? What do you expect to face as exactly for your safety?
So
30 seconds, please.
okay, in my past maybe 2 years, I've been learning about public interest journalism, how to go with, how to report accountability stories without getting problem from the government, and that is simply by looking on the legal framework. Because if I know, of course, I know if I look on the legal framework, from the Environmental Act, bylaws by the port, I know they are supposed to look on the marine, they are supposed to look on the sustainability of marine ecosystem, they're supposed to look on the environment. So I'll start from there. If your law say this, but this is happening.
Okay, thank you. So, just there is no story of you are.
Right.
Yeah, so take care of you. Okay, the next.
She had a question.
Makofi kwake tafadhali. You have a question?
She had a question.
I was asking him why he doesn't want to be the one who will be going to France because of the deadline. Nothing more.
As always to say, he will be here with us, so you will just reach to him and ask that question. Next. Are we done with the presentation? You? Yeah, please.
Okay.
Do I have to stand up?
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
if
it's
you
good
don't
so
mind.
that you can.
So now, that was, I just give offer to a first presenter. So now I will be very,
Strict with time.
yes, with time. You have only 3 minutes and 2 minutes for questions. So, 5? Yeah, question.
Hi, what is the title of your presentation? Because I've noticed that some presentations don't have names.
It's there.
Pauline, have you named your presentation with your name?
No.
What is the title of your presentation?
Subject.
Because I have different.
Yeah.
Without the name.
The environmental impact of
The environmental cost of salt harvesting.
You, so just get near to make sure that we get the presentation in your phone. I just want to remind you guys that we have to use only 3 slides as we guided as the guidance,
Yeah.
and we have only 3 minutes and 2 minutes for questions. So make sure that you use your time well, unless we are going to cut your presentation.
Sure.
Take
Yeah.
care.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, my slides are not as fancy as the ones we've seen, but I hope they'll be able to communicate. Anyway, I remember it was, I think, the 2nd or 3rd day of the presentation, whereby we had Mr. Omar Salim, who spoke about saltwater intrusion. It's something that also Mr. Nasur, Mr. Nasur has spoken about. This made me go try to localize. Okay, he spoke mostly about saltwater intrusion in East Africa, with an emphasis on Zanzibar. But I wanted to try and localize the subject. So I went back and did some research, and I got to find out that actually it's really happening even in Kenya. An example is a place called Gongoni in Kilifi. That's the map. That's the Kenyan map. This is Kilifi County in red. Gongoni area. We can't get the Gongoni area from that, but at least you understand where Kilifi County is. So what I came to understand is there are so many companies, saltwater companies in Kilifi. It's called the Salt Belt, whereby we have salt harvesting companies and also individuals doing salt harvesting. So according to a research that I came across, these activities have led to salt water intrusion into some wells, water wells, whereby, so this is an example of workers at the salt water company doing the harvesting. So these activities have led, have caused really, have been problematic, whereby the salt water has been intruding into the wells, and some communities have actually abandoned their wells. Farmers have also been affected, whereby they've abandoned their farms. Yeah, so the next slide, please. So that photo is not very clear. Sorry about that. This is a photo of women in Kilifi County fetching water, and the issue of salt water intrusion is problematic in that even in the future, it means that these women will not be able to get their water from that. These small words, I'm really sorry about it. I'm not a graphic designer. Okay, why is this story important? The story raises awareness on the issue of saltwater harvesting and its impact on the communities within Kilifi County. The purpose of the story is to highlight these human activities and the impact that they might have in future. Talking about the sources that I'll be interviewing, we have the sources here. I'm sorry you can't see it, but I can share the slide. The sources include the local communities, including salt harvesters, the companies, the locals, the business owners, the farmers who have been affected. We have environmental scientists, we have environmental scientists and experts. We're talking about hydrologists, water resource management experts, etc. Researchers on salt harvesting. These are researchers that have evidence that this is really happening. We have government officials and policy experts within Kilifi County. We'll be talking to them. They'll give us an insight on what exactly is happening and whether they've been taking any action against these activities. NGOs and advocacy groups. Then we have business and economic analysts to tell us the impact of these activities on businesses and farmers, and international experts and policy makers for organizations such as UN and UNEP.
1 minute.
Sorry, media formats, written article, which I propose have been pitched to Monga Bay. We have short video documentary of about 5 to 10 minutes. We have infographics which will be used in the story, and a photo essay which will be capturing powerful images of what exactly is happening and the impact. We'll also share within social media so as to get more traction on the stories. The timeline, we have the pre-production stage, which will take 1 month, which is research, interviews, planning, multimedia elements. Then the production stage, which will be field reporting, video footage, community interviews, post-production, writing, editing, designing, multimedia assets, launch, online publication, and social media sharing. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. Makofi, please. Any question to her? No question? Yeah.
Right.
Yes, that's a very good observation. You know,
20 seconds.
it's good that you have brought that to light. I think I'll have to compress, but you know, there are some stories that we cannot be saying that we'll be publishing them within a month. it's totally unrealistic, especially if you're talking about investigative reporting. But that's something that I'll try and consider. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much. Okay, now please make sure that you don't read your slides. Just tell us about what you are presenting shortly, okay? Sure. So that we can manage our time. Next, please. We would like to hear each and everyone here, but we have a limited time. So if you're not using well your time, we are going to affect others.
Beatrice.
Okay, mine is short.
Okay.
My story idea is on the innovative solutions
Listen to her, please.
vital to save women involved in seaweed production. My focus will be on women involved in seaweed production in Zanzibar and how they are vulnerable in the challenges facing the Indian Ocean. As climate change alters ocean temperatures and acidity, seaweed farms may experience lower yield and reduced quality, threatening the livelihoods of thousands of women who depend on the industry. The impact of overfishing and habitat destruction can also disrupt marine ecosystems, affecting the delicate balance needed for seaweed growth. To secure the future of women in seaweed farming, innovative solutions and regional cooperation and essential sustainable farming practices are required. So what I look into includes the bill in the offing on the protection and conservation of plastic materials, regulation of single-use plastic opportunities in the circular economy, and my sources will be the government on policies, seaweed, women involved in seaweed, companies like Flip-Flop involved in circular economy, among others. I will do a story within 2 weeks, if possible 2 to 3 weeks, which will be published on the Citizen, including infographics and the story. We'll also do it on online, Instagram, and other social medias. Thank you.
Jesus. Okay, makofi to her again. Any questions so far?
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
She planned to do a story in Zanzibar or
Yeah.
You are doing in Zanzibar, right? Okay. Any other question? No question. Okay, next, Rahma. Makofi kwa Rahma tafadhali. You have 3 minutes. Sorry?
Yeah?
No, it's okay. I can talk around my open here.
Okay.
Okay.
What are the
Asante. Sorry, idea yangu nitapresenti kwa Kiswahili kwa nimeandika kwa Kiingereza. Na idea yangu story ni kukosekana kwa kanuni madhubuti kuhusu matumizi ya plastiki Zanzibar kunakohatarisha usalama wa fukwe.
So make sure that you make a translation to Rita and
Okay. Oh.
You can read the story and I can make a summarize.
Yes. Okay.
You actually, because it's in English here, you can see the okay. Yeah.
Sawa.
Okay.
Kama tunafahamu kwamba Zanzibar inasifika kuwa na fukwe nzuri, lakini bado kuna changamoto ya matumizi ya plastiki. Kwa hiyo ndo maana wazo langu nimelielekeza huko na kwenye hilo wazo langu
Nimesema kwamba vyanzo ambavyo nitavitumia kwa kwenda kuwahoji ni mamlaka ya usimamizi wa mazingira, ni miongoni tu mwa vyanzo: mamlaka ya usimamizi wa mazingira, idara ya misitu, NGO zinazohusiana na masuala ya environment, pamoja na hotel ambazo zinatumia matumizi ya plastic, pamoja na wananchi. Na kama tunavyojua kwamba fukwe za Zanzibar ni mali muhimu na kuvutia watalii, kusaidia jamii. Hata hivyo, ukosefu wa udhibiti wa madhubuti ya matumizi ya plastic ni tishio kubwa kwa mazingira na usalama wa fukwe. Kwa hiyo stori yangu hii inatarajia kwamba nitaikamilisha ndani ya mwezi mmoja, ambayo natarajia nitaanza tu baada ya kumaliza kwa mwezi wa mfungo wa Ramadhani, nitaanza hiyo kazi yangu, lakini nitaipublish kwenye gazeti la Nipashe pamoja na mitandao ya kijamii ambayo tunatumia katika gazeti la Nipashe.
A coffee again. Haya, wale wa kusummarize sasa kwa Kizungu. Okay, any questions so far? Yeah.
Mada nzuri hiyo, lakini ningependa kujua unatazamia kukumbana na changamoto zipi katika kukamilisha makala haya. Changamoto na nataka sitaki changamoto za kiwanahabari. Nauliza kuhusu changamoto maybe pengine kupata taarifa kutoka kwa maafisa wa serikali, kitu kama hiyo.
Asante. Changamoto ambazo natarajia kuzipata, huenda kazi yangu nisikamilishe kwa wakati endapo nitakosa ushirikiano kutoka kwa maafisa ambao na watarajia kuwahoji katika hii makala yangu.
Okay. Anybody any issue? Question you want to ask? No. Haya. Thank you, makofi kwake. Now, next, I'd like to ask you guys to just concentrate on the presentation, and this is what we are going to do after here. So it's good to listen to others' idea, and you can get something, right? So don't concentrate on your computers and phone. Otherwise, I will take. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 3 minutes is 12:23, so 26.
Okay. For me, this is my pitch idea against the currents women fishers in Zanzibar struggling with the climate change. That is the title. Tubu, can I have another slide?
Second slide.
Yeah.
Okay, the introduction is rising of sea level and limited access of boat, threatening living livelihoods. Women fish in Zanzibar facing a challenge with that sector. Some even forced to abandon their trades due to climate induction hardship. Zanzibar coastline is experiencing an annual rise approximately 3.1 meter per year. This is sourced from IPCC 2023, while the climate change has caused 20% declines of fish availability near shore water. This was YYF Tanzania 2024. According to Mr. Omar, he said that there is a 35% of Zanzibar fishing industry made up on women. The impact felt deep. Census of 2022 reveals population of Zanzibar is 1.8 million, with women is 974,281 women and 467 women from rural village. Men who are really on fishing for survival according to the climate change problem. Another one. This story, the source and the report, the source are women fishers based on Paje, Nongwe and Zanzibar town. The challenge, limited access of boat, climate change impacts. Another source is women fish vendors and sellers, crewing on fishery distributions and sales. Another one is Zanzibar Fishery Department, Zanzibar Gender Development Bureau, and also there is a list called Sheha, like the one who was talking about when we go to that turtles, that person, I don't know, I forgot the name, was saying. I can use also a report from Taula, UN Women 2023, that's focused on women and blue economy, YFP Tanzania 2024, and also the other report that based on women fishery in Africa, also Zanzibar based on Tanzania. The last one. Story format and publication. I will use my website, the Chanzo, as an online article, but also if there is any problem that's occur on that, maybe I will publish an article based on Swahili magazine. The extended, the same as Rahma, I would love to start when the Ramadan is finishing, and the publication expected to be on April. That is for me. Thank you.
2 to 3 minutes. You are good. Any questions so far? No question.
There is a question on did this workshop help in your still ideation?
And I think this is to all.
Yeah. When you're doing your presentation,
Make
how
sure
did
that
this workshop help you in your story ideation?
Yeah.
Okay, for me it was only about the, it was a challenge faced women in Zanzibar. When I heard about the Captain Hamad saying there is a 1,000 and more boaties are being distributed in the fishing industry. That's why I was asking myself, like, are the women part of this? But also another person from Blue Economy saying that 5% of women are being on fishery industry. That's where I get the data. So for my side, I can say yes, absolutely. This workshop is really helped me for the sources. I already have resources from the Blue Economy Department, and also for the other women who are on Mwangi, because yesterday someone from somebody Mwana said he was on fishing crabs and now moving to the seaweed industry. That's why I think, yes, I can say yes.
Thank you. Because of this, is that or this? Because of that?
Yeah.
Okay, because of that? Next. Haraka kidogo. Kimbia. Yeah.
Which way is your presentation? Oh.
And from Julie, this is not a mandatory, so if you are not feeling comfortable to present, just feel free. Hakuna punishment. Is that right, Julie? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Good afternoon. And I didn't send my pitch. In what ways that the seaweed crops benefits not align with the livelihoods of farmers in this crop? Why this pitch? Just because, as we all know, the seaweed products, the price is too high compared to the life of the farmers, as we saw yesterday. So the aim of this is to make the government accountable and look on how they can help these seaweed farmers to live up their lives. And my sources are these seaweed farmers, the authorities, policymakers, business owners of the product of these seawoods, and some of the companies that are and the companies that are working with these seals. Sellers. And I'll be also
30 seconds left. Relax.
okay. And also I just want to know the market access of the seawoods. Thank you. The publication it will be on the next week. Some of materials that I have took yesterday.
The connection started. Good job. Okay, question. How does this workshop help you?
And where will the production be?
And where?
In which
Platform where?
yeah.
Oh, okay. This training helped me how to fetch data and how to look things in public interest for the public interest. And I will be publishing at Crown Media. We have social platforms and radio and TV.
Okay. Because of that, next, okay, from Madagascar now. And listen, when you are answering how does the workshop helped you, I'd like to hear where you were before the workshop and now. So for example, you get an access to some of the experts for after the workshop. You now know the website and how to maybe to filter and, you know, to get data somewhere. We need to hear from what exactly, where you are and where are you now?
Good afternoon. Yeah. My stories were focused on students as innovators and problem solvers. As in Madagascar, a group of students won the award attributed by International Orange Summer Challenge 2024, and the idea is to recycle used bottles in the city of Antananarivo, because the municipality has a big problem of budget to collect waste in the university, and these students are to set up a technology to recycle the used bottles in the city of Antananarivo. I've already started my work before coming here in Zanzibar, because the story, the pitch has already been accepted by my editor. And here, when before coming here, I saw on the agenda that some people, among others, Henrik, will be speaking about plastics and so on. And this will help me significantly in preparing my story. The story is expected to be published next week or beyond, because it is already in process. Thank you. The media outlet is in Mogabay, the French section of Mogabay.
Mogabay.
The workshop? What you say? You mentioned?
Yeah, it's done.
Yes.
Thank you. Because of Rivu? Because of you? Okay, thank you. Any questions?
You have questions?
No question? Okay, now. Karina. Because of her? 3 minutes.
Okay. So, Nosibe is most touristic area in Madagascar. It's an island. Ecological challenges and can you go back? And development issues. Next. Yes. So I will refine the angle according to the work on the field. But what I want to do is to report on the conflict or the cohabitation between the economic sectors, the tourism, fishing, and conservation in Nosebe area, because the tourism contribute about 14.9% of Madagascar's GDP by 2025, and Nosebe is Madagascar's top touristic destination. And because of that, there is an increasing pressure on marine resources and conservation challenges. There are intensive fishing and aquaculture or weakening marine ecosystems. And there are many unregulated urban expansion as well, and mass tourism that doesn't help in these challenges. So I want to uncover the contradiction or between the development model that risks to compromise the island future. So the approach, of course, I will make many interviews. There will be analysis between the tensions between tourism and the marine resources sustainability, maybe highlighting circular economy practices for waste management and resource utilization. So about the impact and dissemination, there will be an exclusive article and documentary video that will be shared on all link platforms, on the website, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and X. And there will be, of course, connection between what we've done here and what I may see in the field. It intends to inspire public policies for for sustainable and inclusive economy. Thank you.
All right.
Because of that, any question? Are you sure, guys? You don't have questions to
I think.
or you're busy with your phones and computer? I'm just observing what is going on. Because of that, you are going to close your computer and phone soon. Okay, next. Yeah, now we are going to pick randomly. If you are not comfortable, just say skip it. You skip it. You have 3 minutes, my friend.
Only 4 pages, a short one. So, I'm trying to create a project name, local citizen, and the use of devices osmosis, but I said some problem, saltwater intrusion in Tanga. I don't put the picture or using some like others because it is a time management. The solution is a technology of devices osmosis by the way objective to create awareness for the rock peoples on how to use osmosis devices to remove salt water for the consumptions. As well as the target is to overcome damage of ecosystem, which is affecting plant and animal life and disrupting the delicate balance at water habitat. The beneficiaries, rock people, and the stakeholders in environmental matters, such as number 8 is strategies to media intervention of communities. And my activities was media intervene project will interview agriculture, fishers, tourists, and expert of environment and the government authority. But I will take also the photo. Media will do editing, analysis of the photo and the videos. Media publication will be as a media and the UFM because we own TV and the radio, so I can use both. The project that will be excessive extraction and freshwater devices, increasing rock knowledge, reverse osmosis water filter, again incorporated in a reliable solution. And finally, an indicator, public dialogue in media, tips or stories, but also number of people increasing in reverse osmosis and local innovation. And last one, this can use 1 month to work, but by starting through this training, I get some new idea, new issues or new learning, but I'm gonna be to use it to produce more according to data journalism, also learning how to use the research, how to use the researches from different areas, from Tanzania and the other UN reports, so that can be more better and best document what can I going to do it. Thank you.
Because of that.
So I didn't understand something. You talked about seawater intrusion in Tanga. You didn't tell us which part of Tanga is that and how it has affected maybe the residents in Tanga. Or maybe I didn't hear or maybe it was bad.
Thank you. Nimesema kwamba nimeiandaa kwa sababu ya muda, lakini ni Tanga ni kubwa, lakini itakuwa ni Tanga mjini, maeneo ambayo ni mwambao wa bahari ya Hindi. Sorry, nimekuwa Kiswahili.
Okay.
I would like to know, talking of this technology, Arrow is a very expensive technology. Is it, you'll be working with people who are already utilizing the technology, or what are you planning to do to ensure at least to bring out the story? Because, for example, in Kenya, people say they're using Arrow, but they're not, because of it is an expensive technology. So do you have already sources who are using the technology?
Okay. According to the small research I done, some areas Tanga also there some what we call let me use Swahili. Yeah. Kule Tanga kuna maeneo ambako wanafanya hii shughuli na wanatumia hizo njia, hizo teknolojia katika kuhakikisha kwamba hawaleti athari kwenye mazingira ya bahari. Kwa hiyo ni sababu ambayo nakwenda kuifanya zaidi, hususan kule Pangani ambako wanazalisha chumvi.
Thank you. Because of that, next. Okay. Bado sijapata mshindi. I'm still finding who is going to use 1 and 30 seconds, 1 minute and 30 seconds to present. I have gift for you.
Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Okay, my story is about how global industry is failing Zanzibar with seaweed women in farmers.
Use the mic, close the mic.
Oh, my story is about.
Yeah. So, go.
Okay.
My story is about how global industry is failing Zanzibar seaweed women farmers, and my intro is this is an investigative story to uncover the dark side of booming seaweed industry in Zanzibar. This story will highlight the key players who control seaweed trading, who benefits the most, and how local farmers are advocating for fair wages. Okay, and then the issue here is, as I said, it's an investigative story to uncover seaweed this will investigate how much seaweed farmers in Zanzibar earn compared to
how much seaweed sellers are abroad, and also explore on the price manipulation, if buyers are working together to keep the prices low, and also the issue of the middlemen who control the market. Because when we went to the field yesterday, farmers raised the important issue of very low wages they are receiving, and also this will bring in the aspect of 80% of women who are in this industry, but they're being exploited. Yeah. It will investigate the supply chain in the seaweed industry here in Zanzibar, soil production, text feature story at Capital Digital, and I will also share. It will be shared in our social platforms. The story will take at most 3 weeks. This story idea came up from the presentations from the speakers here who brought up the issue of seaweed, but we have a gap of who benefits the most. Yeah, thank you.
Because of that, question? Karibu.
Thank you. I'm just worried, like, how are you going to investigate who is behind the seaweed trade here in Zanzibar, and you are not based in Zanzibar?
Okay, this story will give more focus to middlemen, because I think the middlemen are the people who exploit these farmers and raise the market prices. I'm already in talks with some of the presenters from this training, and they are going to give me a contact of the middlemen, because I've already taken in the researchers' perspectives and also those vulnerable women. Yeah, so I'm only met with the middlemen. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Because of this, we are sharing the Indian Ocean, so no problem. Yeah, Karibu.
I wanted to skip, but I might be the winner.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Is this yours or?
It's mine.
The presentation is Lily.
Okay.
Yeah. So my story idea is about how seaweed farming is empowering women while promoting sustainable economic development in coastal communities, as well as fighting climate change. This story will be done in Kenya, but most of the insights I got here. Why this idea is because seaweed farming is gaining global attention for its economic, environmental, and social benefits. In coastal communities where alternative livelihoods can be scarce, seaweed farming is offering a sustainable source of income, particularly for women who for the longest time have never been allowed to visit the ocean. Given the increasing disclosure of the climate action and the gender empowerment, this story aligns with the critical global and local conversation. So workshop presentation importance. First of all, this story will look for the personal stories of women who have found financial independence through seaweed farming. I will be looking at the challenges they have been facing and the solutions they have been implementing to ensure that they solve the challenges they are facing and where they are selling their products, whether they are selling them raw or as value-added products. From the workshop and field visits, the workshop and the field visits provided me with direct exposure to challenges, opportunities, and real-life experiences of women who are engaged in this practice, that is seaweed farming. Because of this exposure, I will incorporate insights from the experts and practitioners who spoke at the workshop, e.g. quotes,
I will quote the experts who provided technical knowledge on seaweed farming, include case studies such as the women we interviewed yesterday and interacted with during the visit, and provide data and research findings shared during the workshop to strengthen the story's credibility. My publication plan, this will be a newspaper article, and I will publish it on People Daily newspaper, where I work. I anticipate to take about 2 to 3 weeks to publish the article. Why this duration is because I want to localize the article by interviewing more women from Kenya who are also into seaweed farming, because this is not only in Zanzibar. Thank you.
2 minutes and 30 seconds. Wow. Because of that, any question? Are you tired? We're about to finish. We have only 10 minutes, so if you are okay. From Zanzibar.
Yeah.
3 minutes. So don't read
everything.
Just try to tell us what you are going to do.
Summarize, yeah.
Sawa. Habari za mchana. Na mimi kwa upande wangu nita present kwa Kiswahili, lakini nimeandika kwa Kiingereza. Wazo langu ni kuhusiana na jinsi kilimo cha mwani kilivyorejesha matumaini kwa wanawake Zanzibar. Tunafahamu kwamba Zanzibar kilimo cha mwani sasa kimekuwa chanzo kikuu ama chanzo muhimu cha mapato kwa wanawake, na hii imejionyesha kwamba kuna asilimia kubwa wanawake ambao wanashiriki kulima kilimo cha mwani, na kwa sasa ni asilimia kama 80 ya wanawake wa Zanzibar wanajishughulisha na kilimo cha mwani. Kwa upande wa vyanzo vyangu vya habari, wakulima wenyewe wanawake, lakini familia za wakulima wanawake, wakulima wa mwani, wawekezaji sekta ya mwani, katibu mkuu anayeshughulika na kilimo cha mwani, katibu mkuu anayeshughulika na biashara, lakini kuna kampuni ya serikali inayoshughulikia na masuala ya mwani, lakini pia nitakwenda kwa upande wa taasisi binafsi. Kwa nini nimechagua wazo hili na ni muhimu kwa sababu gani? Litaonesha mfano wa mafanikio ya kilimo endelevu ambacho kinaweza kuhamasisha miradi mingine kwa upande wa Zanzibar, lakini linasisitiza mchango mkubwa wa wanawake katika uchumi na uwezo wao wa kuwa viongozi na wabunifu katika sekta ya uzalishaji. Pia linagusa masuala mapana ya usawa wa kijinsia, kupunguza umaskini na uendelevu wa mazingira. Na nimeandaa tu baadhi ya maswali muhimu katika wazo langu hili ambayo nitakwenda kuyaangazia zaidi kwenye swala la hali ya kiuchumi ya wanawake, lakini kilimo cha mwani kinawezaje kuunganisha sasa katika huo uchumi, ni mafunzo na rasilimali gani zitatumika ama zinahitajika ili kuwezesha wanawake katika sekta ya kilimo cha mwani, lakini na athari gani zinatarajiwa za kilimo cha mwani kwa jamii na mazingira kwa upande wa Zanzibar. Naomba kuwasilisha.
Because of that, any question? Okay.
Nina swali, sikuelewa vizuri. Ulisema asilimia 80 ya wanawake wa Zanzibar ni wakulima wa mwani, ama ulimaanisha asilimia 80 ya wakulima wa mwani ni wanawake? Sikuelewa.
Swali zuri. Una majibu? Kama hauna sema sina.
Ni asilimia 80 ya wakulima wa mwani Zanzibar ni wanawake. Sawa.
Uiweke vizuri. Because of that, next is Rita.
Yes.
By force. Are you ready?
She doesn't have.
So, my friend, listen again. Don't read. Just tell us what are you going to do. Don't read.
I'm old, I forget, so I'm going to read. Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Yes, it is afternoon, you know. Can I put my thing here?
All right.
Basically, I am going to go through this as fast as is going to happen. My story is the Zlatzig, which is the third biggest island in Seychelles, and you won't have pictures. And it is third most inhabited. And tourists go directly there when they come straight to my place, right? So last year, the government lifted a moratorium that it has on the island of building new tourism establishments. This is because they had studies, they found that the infrastructure is heavily laden, we do not have proper waste management, everything is taxed. So they stopped building from 2021 to last year. So this year it's up. It means that we will be building new hotels, new establishments. Do we need them? Can we support them? And how will it actually help us? So, because this is a thing of the community and the economy and the environment all clashing. So my story covers that. The three sources that I have is the capacity carrying study that was held. We've got the Department of Tourism. We've got an establishment that is planning on extending, on building some more. And then we've got just a normal person who lives on the island, okay? So these are the three voices that will be covered in that story. It will only take a week because Seychelles is tiny. I can call you today. We go within 15 minutes, interview done. It is going to be published in C'est la Vie, which is a magazine we're launching at the end of this month. Okay. So 2 weeks, story done, circulation 1,500, in addition to the online presence. There you go.
Because of that, because of Seychelles, wait here. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Any question? I need 3 questions to her.
3. Everyone has workshop relevance.
Okay, the workshop this morning, what they brought to my attention was the management of waste. And they were trying to find sustainable solutions by using the students. But since we don't really have a uni that deals with that kind of thing back in Seychelles, it just brought to the forefront that waste management is something that's real and it has to be sustainable.
Is there any question? No. Because of that, so I just have 3 minutes, 2 minutes to 1 p.m. where is my limited time. So I just want an advice from Tuku and Julie.
We have the last one.
Oh, no, 2 more.
Okay.
So, yeah, let's give
2 more
and 3 minutes each, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, 2 more. Let's go. Who is Beatrice Philemon? Because of that, make sure that you are not reading because you have, I can see you have five pages. This is not slide. So please just tell us what is the story.
Okay. My story is on how seaweed farming. Okay. My story idea is how seaweed farming has transformed people, has transformed women involved in seaweed farming, and how the climate change has affected them in terms of social and economic issues. As you can see, right now women involved in seaweed farming in Mafia have been experiencing the effect of climate change in terms of sea level rising, strong wind, their seaweed is decayed. And they don't have funds to purchase modern boats to go for the deep sea. Also, they lack access of market they don't have lack of market to sell their harvest. So what I need from there, I just want to know the effect of climate change, what the effect of climate change that has been occurred there, and what has been done by the government and the other stakeholders involved in marine in Editorial to
address the effect of climate change. How many people have been benefited through the fund which has been allocated by the government? Because in 2002, 2003, the government issued interest-free loan so that entrepreneurs involved in blue economy such as seaweed farming, fishing, and other marine resources, so that they can access loan to run their business. So my end of the story will be how does the climate change affect women involved in seaweed farming? How will they manage to transform their livelihoods? What has been done by the government to address the effect of climate change? And the main challenge they have and what they need from the government and other stakeholders so that they can benefit from the marine resources they have within their localities. Also examine how climate change has contributed to disappear other marine species, including how many women have been benefited from the interest-free loan. Source of the story will be published in Guardian newspaper, in our website, and other social media that we have there. And yes.
Done.
I'll take maybe for 2 weeks to conduct my research.
Learning from this workshop.
Since the knowledge gained from this workshop, I'm going to use it to educate the people about the biodiversity, about the effects of climate change, and what can be done to address the effects of climate change. I'm going to use it to speak with the scientists who are very competent in this field, so that I can educate the public and help the government to take serious measures to cope with the climate change.
Thank you. Because of that, have a seat.
Asha Ahmed.
Asha Ahmed.
Best for last.
Last?
Best
because
for
of that? Take a microphone. Don't read, just tell us what is your story.
Okay. My topic is about opportunity for waste plastic. Kwa nini nimechagua hii mada? When Madam Sarah present about opportunity ambazo zinapatikana katika waste plastic, nikamquote, nikaona kwamba sisi Zanzibar pia tuna kisiwa ambacho watu wanatupa sana taka za plastiki huko, kwa hiyo nikaona sisi inaweza kuwa ni fursa pia. Also Madam Melina, when present her topic, say about wao wanafanya nini kuhusiana na taka hizo za plastic kule kwao, na akatuonyesha hapa mfano wa kisanduku kile, na sisi kama kisiwa nikaona tuna nafasi nzuri ya kutumia hiyo fursa kwa wakazi ambao hasa wanaishi eneo lile la bahari, kutumia taka za plastic kama ni fursa ambayo inaweza kuwasaidia kuwa ni sehemu ya income kwao. Lakini vile vile pia kwa mujibu wa shirika la mazingira la UN, taka za bahari inaathiriwa sana taka karibu 85%. Kwa hiyo na sisi kama ni kisiwa pia maana tunaathirika na hiyo 85% ya taka hizo za bahari. Lakini pia ripoti nyingine zaidi zinaonyesha kwamba tusipodhibiti taka hizi za plastic, manake baada ya muda fulani tutakuja kuvua zaidi plastic kuliko hata samaki ambao wanapatikana katika bahari. Lakini pia taka za plastic zinaathiri zaidi hata samaki, kwa sababu wakila hawezi kukua vizuri, badala yake watapoteza maisha na hatuwezi kuwa na samaki wa kutosha. Na ndio maana pengine ripoti hiyo ya shirika la UN ikaonyesha kwamba tunaweza kuja kuvua plastic zaidi kuliko hata samaki. Kwa hiyo nikakoti kwa Madam Sarah pamoja na Melina, lakini pia issue za diversity ambazo mafunzo alielezea hapa zinaingia pia katika engo hii. Na ndio maana nikaamua kuchagua hii mada kuifanya. Lakini nyinyi tunategemea tu achieve baada ya hii mada. Manake tuongeze pia, kwa sababu uelewa wa jamii katika athari za taka za plastiki pia ni mdogo, lakini pia hawajaona hiyo opportunity ambayo inaweza kupatikana katika taka za plastiki. Kwa hiyo baada ya kipindi ukifanya, tunategemea tuone kwamba uelewa wa jamii katika madhara ya hizi taka za plastiki. Halikadhalika pia tuone, kwa sababu Zanzibar tuna sheria ya kuzuia matumizi ya taka za plastiki, but hatuna sheria ambayo inadhibiti matumizi ya taka za plastiki. Tunazuia tu mifuko ya plastiki, lakini hatuna sheria ambayo inadhibiti matumizi ya taka za plastiki. Kwa hiyo baada ya kipindi pia kuruka, tunategemea mamlaka zione namna ambavyo wanaweza kutengeneza sheria zitakazosaidia kudhibiti matumizi ya taka za plastiki. Halikadhalika pia tuongeze uelewa, jamii ione opportunity hizo katika upande huo. Lakini mimi natoka shirika la utangazaji Zanzibar, tuna television, tuna mitandao ya kijamii, lakini pia tuna radio. So tuta produce makala ambayo itaonyesha uhalisia wa namna ambavyo tumeathirika na taka za plastiki. Kwa hiyo tutatengeneza hiyo makala ambayo itarusha katika television, lakini pia radio, tukionyesha pia sound effect na vitu vingine, na katika mitandao ya kijamii pia tutatumia huko. Lakini katika upande huu pia watu ambao tunaona watakuwa ni mwafaka kuweza kuwatumia, ama interview ambao tutatumia, tutawaangalia hapa wananchi ambao ndio waathirika wakuu. Halikadhalika pia tutaangalia maafisa wale ambao wanasimamia issue za bahari, tutawaangalia. Lakini halikadhalika pia tutawahusisha hapa wataalamu ambao wanachakata taka, mfano kama wa kina Hodefu ambao wamekuwa wakiwapa training watu wengi. Halikadhalika pia tutaangazia wataalamu wa masuala ya bahari kama kina Abdul Basit, kama sijakosea jina lake, tutaweza kuwatumia pia katika hili ili kuweza kuona tunaweza kulinda bahari na taka za plastiki kwa kuwasilisha.
Because of that, swali kwa last person. Any question? No question. No? Oh, umeipenda. Because of that? Okay, thank you so much.